It's been a troubling week, too, for everyone in the NFL. And it all starts off with a tragedy, if I may say so. Denver is going into Sunday's game with heavy hearts. Tuesday morning, wide receiver Kenny McKinley was found dead in his hotel room. Early indications said that it's suicide, but they are still an ongoing investigation whether or not what killed McKinley. Now, McKinley was a second-year wide receiver drafted, but he was in surgery to repair some ligament damage, and unfortunately, it weighed on him. It pretty much buried him, and now, I'm also feeling the heartache of this, considering that he was only 23 years old. Hopefully the team gets everything straightened up. Not that I'm trying to be cold on them, but they have McKinley in their hearts now. They hopefully will gather the strength from his fall, as a motivation to stay strong for the rest of the season. And with them taking on Indianapolis on Sunday at home at Mile High Stadium in Vesco Field, it's going to be a pretty tall task. But, I've got confidence that they can do it. Now, onto the lighter side of things. And Brett Favre, maybe he should have hung up the helmet. Already 0-2 with his new team. Favre's already weighing the options of saying, maybe this wasn't... Maybe I came back way too soon, or maybe I stayed on... he stayed on a little too long. 19 seasons sounded like enough. One title is good enough. He's already going to be in the Hall of Fame for all the records he's broken on Dan Marino, on John Elway, on a lot of other legendary quarterbacks that would... Now, I'm still impressed by, I'll say. But really, most of the blame I would have to put on is Brad Childress, the Vikings coach. His play calling is as poor as the Raiders have been in the past few years. And that's saying a lot. Although I could put it on, I don't know, the Rams or the Chiefs over the past few years. But still, honestly, you go 0-2 and you're one of the favorites to win the division. Scratch your heads, because I'm still trying to figure out how this is going on. Speaking of 0-2, how about the Dallas Cowboys? Tony Romo, again, I would say this is another case of coaching decisions, this time on Wade Phillips. And, most of these 0-2 teams would have to go with the play calling. This is where I'm coming from. I'm watching all these games, I'm going like, are you sure you're calling the right plays? Because some of these plays, there's going to be bad results, like interceptions and other stuff. So it's a surprise that one of the teams that is supposed to be favored to go to the Super Bowl this year, and especially in their home stadium to boot, is struggling. 0-2, and this is not a good sign. I mean, other than the fact that, you got other teams that are 2-0, and they're a surprise. Honest to Betsy, that's a shock already. How about the behavior of Brandon Jacobs during the Sunday night game? Especially when he tried to throw his helmet to the ground and goes, whoa! Oh, shoot. He was fined $10,000 for throwing his helmet into the crowd. And if you've seen the video, a couple of the Colts fans, they didn't want to let it go. They wanted to keep this. Hey, it fell into our hands. I'm keeping this. All right? I want it. No, I want it. He had to give it up. Although Brandon Jacobs never really got back into the game, he was still offered his helmet back. That's a few heads cracking. It was a pretty dangerous situation. Now, I gotta say this is going to be a special week for me because I turned 27 on the 27th. So, in other words, this is my golden birthday coming up on Monday Night Football. Although I'm not going to be over at Soldier Field. Hopefully people will, say, hey, happy birthday to me somehow. So you know where I'm coming from. But I digress. We should get on with the picks. And, here are 5 doozies. And let me remind you, I'm still looking for votes. So hopefully this week I get votes. Even if I'm saying it as a birthday wish, I want votes. So here are my picks for week 3. Week 2 was a dismal week for me as I went 2 for 3, making my season total 6-4. The only 2 wins, the Texans and the Colts. Week 3 starts off with the Broncos in mourning after the suicide of one of their players. And it doesn't help when the Colts come to town and take them out 32-20. Another AFC battle involving the old Browns and the new Browns. But the old Browns, or should I say the Ravens, will take them out 31-7. In an interleague battle, it will be the Eagles with Michael Vick at the helm as they travel to Jacksonville and take out the Jaguars 30-17. My upset special involves the Raiders going to University of Phoenix Stadium and taking out Arizona Cardinals 15-10. And my primetime special is a doozy because it involves my golden birthday and the Packers going to Soldier Field and in the oldest rivalry staying undefeated 24-20 against the Bears. So let's go over my picks again for week 3. We have the Colts, the Eagles, I'm not saying this in order, but okay, the Ravens, my upset special, the Raiders! And my primetime special, or my golden birthday wish, if I want to put it that way, Packers. So now after that, we got to look forward to week 4, and you guys have to vote on these 2 games. Let's take a look at week 4, the votes for primetime. And we first start off with the Bears in another primetime special as they take on the Giants in New Meadowlands Stadium on NBC. Then the Patriots and the Dolphins in an AFC East battle at Sun Life Stadium in Miami on ESPN's Monday Night Football. Well, that's going to do it for this week, and hopefully next week, after I turn 27 and be a little more sloshed, No, I won't be sloshed. But hopefully I get votes, and hopefully you guys are going to be paying attention. Because this is P The Rock, and hopefully I get a better record, and my candles are blown out. I got to relight them. Excuse me.